Since the last few days, a clip is being shared a lot. One of my interviews with you, where you said that your celebrity crush is Ranbir Kapoor. The actor you love to work with, that is Ranbir Kapoor as well, and now you're working with Ranbir Kapoor. I saw a comment. I'm saying it in a fun way, in a. So there was something that both of them, they look so good together that Alia has reasons to be worried about.
No, 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 she doesn't. I love him as an actor, and I think,
Mm.
ever since I've become an actor, there's this one actor that I always had a lot of respect for, and I still do. And for all my co-actors, I always wanted to work with three people: Ranbir, Vicky, and Raj. And I have a lot of respect for Ranbir and the command he has on his craft.
Maybe it may turn out to be the biggest hit of 2023. Your response to that?
Very happy. It's great to be a part of a project that it's getting so much love and recognition. And yeah, I find myself lucky. I thank my stars every day that, I got to be a part of such a big film.
A lot of people, they're looking forward to your extended role in Animal Park.
Let's see. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know. Can't talk about it right now.
But has Sandeep discussed the script or something?
Not really. I think he's not worked on that as yet.
How will you sum up Animal in a hashtag?
Hashtag uh, Father's Day.
If you have to ask a question to Rashmika,
How do you manage to be always positive?
all-time favorite performance male,
Many films of him.
all-time favorite performance female.
Alia Bhatt in almost all her films that she's done. She's brilliant.
If anyone tells you that Animal is going to be the biggest hit of 2023, would you say yes or no?
It is, I feel, the biggest hit of 2023. Yes. Hi, this is Triptii, and you're watching Connect FM Canada with Faridoon. Stay connected.
Tripti, welcome on Connect FM Canada. कैसी हैं आप?
I'm very good. Thank you so much.
Huge congratulations. I've just done an interview with Ram Gopal Verma, and I'm sure that you must have read his review as well. He's all praise for you. So how do you respond to this amazing sort of response that is coming your way, first of all?
I'm very happy about it. Honestly, I didn't expect, um, you know, to get such a good response for Zoya, and I'm very very happy that people are connecting with her and they're loving her on screen. So yeah, it feels good when people appreciate your work. It motivates you to do better in life as an actor.
So what Ramu sir told me, and I think he made such a fantastic point. So he said that so your character, Tripti's character, she has not been presented as the proverbial vamp.
Yeah.
When she appears on screen, you don't she's not having those looks, those eyes, which convey some sort of scheming element or something of that sort, and that there's an element of innocence which is around, and that makes it so unique in its own way. Did you find that fascinating? Presenting it's a very unique character in its own way.
Yeah, I did. And I think this is the conversation that I had with Sandeep sir as well when he offered me the part. He said,
Mm.
so I'm going to be very honest, it's a negative role, but I, don't want people to see that. I don't want people to feel even for a second that she's come here with a motive. I want people to see love in her eyes for this person. I want people to feel that she's innocent. I want people to feel that she's someone who can never do anything wrong. And that was the challenging bit, and that is something that I found very exciting as an actor. I was like, wow, because when you are offered a negative role, there's a certain template that you want to follow as an actor, because you've seen it happen so many times, and you have certain ideas about, okay, this is how I'm going to portray a negative character. If it's ever offered to me, I'm going to use this bit or that bit. But when he said that, I don't want to see any of it, you play it as innocently as possible. That bit for me was like, wow, this is something fresh, this is something new, and I would definitely want to explore this, this character.
All right. So now, since the last few days, a clip is being shared a lot. One of my interviews with you, where you said that your celebrity crush is Ranbir Kapoor. Um, the film, the last 10 years, that has had the most impact, Ye Jawani Hai Diwani, and the actor you love to work with, that is Ranbir Kapoor as well, and now you're working with Ranbir Kapoor. I saw a comment. I'm saying it in a fun way, in a. So there was something that both of them, they look so good together that Alia has reasons to be worried about.
No, 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 she doesn't. I love him as an actor, and I think,
Mm.
you know, ever since I've become an actor, there's this one actor that I always had a lot of respect for, and I still do. And for all my co-actors, I always wanted to work with three people: Ranbir, Vicky, and Raj. And luckily, I got an opportunity to work with all three of them, and I have a lot of respect for Ranbir and the command he has on his craft. Um, so yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to be opposite him and learn something from him? And he's such an honest performer. I feel that it was beautiful to see him up close performing and giving his all to the character.
Okay, I think if a movie, I think, instigates and provokes a lot of discussions, it's I think always something very positive. So I'm seeing these memes doing the rounds, that Bhabhi 1, Bhabhi 2, Bhabhi 1 or Bhabhi 2, and a lot of memes, they're saying that in a short role, Triptii Dimri has literally, I think, captured everyone's imagination, and no one even knew. Like, very few people knew that you're part of the film, and now everyone is talking about you.
They wanted to keep it under wraps. That was, I think, done on purpose. And yeah, I mean, it's wonderful that people, as I said, have connected with Zoya. But honestly, I don't, as a person, I don't enjoy comparisons. I've always had an issue with, you know, when someone puts you and the other person in front of you and starts comparing. I think it's not right to do that. I would never want to compare myself to another human being. And tomorrow the same things can be said about me, and it'll hurt me a lot. So I personally don't enjoy this. But yeah, what can you do about it?
Right. So, biggest hit of your career. The latest news is that 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. shows have been added. 5:30 a.m. shows have been added. The capacity has been reached. Monday, Tuesday have been historic. Maybe it may turn out to be the biggest hit of 2023. Your response to that?
Very happy. It's great to be a part of a project that it's getting so much love and recognition. And yeah, I find myself lucky. I thank my stars every day that I got to be a part of such a big film, and that is receiving so much love from people all over the world. So it's a wonderful feeling. And my friends have gone to see it 5 times, so I'm very happy about it. And it's yeah, it's good only.
I think people are watching it again and again, but there is a certain amount of criticism as well, especially the sequence of when Ranbir asks your characters to lick the shoe. That is something that a lot of people, they have, I think, been talking about it. How do you look at the film? Do you think that maybe it should be looked at in the context of the film, of his character, or do you think the criticism is fair?
I think every film is always open to criticism. And, whatever you do in life, there will be, people who will love it. There will be people who won't love it. There will be people who won't have any problem with it. And there will be a group of people who will have things to say. But I think it's very important for us as an actor to believe in what we are doing on screen. This is something that my acting coach once told me, that the day you start judging your character, the day you start, you know, um, looking at your character as Tripti, then you're going all wrong. You have to, believe in the person. You have to believe in everything that the person is doing, and only then will you be able to perform it with utmost honesty. And I think that is something that stuck by me. And they say that there is good, there is bad, and there's ugly in each one of us. We're all human beings. I have a good side, I have an ugly side as well. When you're given a character who's exploring his bad side, you have to do it with honesty. It's part of being a human. So I think that is something that I keep in mind when I'm playing characters, or I'm doing something that I might feel that I won't agree as a person. But okay, what is this person going through in life? You have to think of it like that, like the character, and not as Tripti. So that is something that I kept in mind. And if you look at it that way, this person has come to kill him. This person has come to kill his wife. She's talking about killing his family. She's talking about killing his dad, his who he loves the most, his grandfather.
Mm.
If someone
Absolutely.
asks me and tells, if someone pretends to love me and next day tells me that I'm going to kill your family, I'm here to kill your family, your mother, your father, I'm going to beat the shit out of that person.
Something that a lot of people they're not maybe talking about is the fact that here is Ranbir. He comes and he gives her that sari and he tells her okay, that a Maulvi is coming for and to solemnize the wedding. So basically, he is actually giving the choice of the way to conduct the wedding to the girl as per her religious customs. Do you, in a way, also find that maybe that that is his way, that is the protagonist's way of making the girl feel comfortable?
No, I think when we discussed the scene with Sandeep sir, this was all a part of his plan. He knew from day one that this girl has come, and she's with the very first glance at me, he understood that this one has come to do something to me, because so much has happened with him that obviously he's developed trust issues. So he's not going to believe in her. He's not going to believe that this person actually loves him. So he's going to play along, and he plays it in his own way. And in the end, the sari that he gives her, because the whole 3-4 days that you see them spending together, he sees that she's fallen in love with him. She's fully in love. Then he feels that if I offer her this sari, maybe, and if I offer to marry her, maybe then she will open up, or maybe then she will reveal why she is here with me, and what is it that she wants to achieve in life. So that was the whole brief that was given to us.
Another sequence that will trigger, that has been triggering a lot of response, all sorts of response, and I think the movie is open to all sorts of judgments, is the color of Rolls Royce as per the color of the love bite. How did you find it? How did you respond to it when you came to know about it?
I can't find the word. I won't say funny, but it was just, we were amused by it, because you don't think like that. I never thought, if I were to make a film, I would never think of doing something like that. So it was just weird in a good way for me. I was like, wow, you can look at things this way as well. There are people who must be doing it. And
Right.
yeah, we looked at it as fun. Yeah.
So a lot of people they're looking forward to your extended role in Animal Park.
Let's see. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know. Can't talk about it right now.
But has Sandeep discussed the script or something?
Not really. I think he's not worked on that as yet. So I don't know. It's a question for him, not for me.
Music. पहले भी मैं. Vishal Mishra. Music. How do you respond to? I think fantastically romantic song.
Fantastic. I mean, I loved it the few months back when we were starting shoot. Before that, Sandeep sir played the scratch for me. He said, "This is the music that you're going to be a part of," and I loved it from the get go. I was like, "This is such a attractive tone," and I wish I had it sooner, because when you hear something nice, you want to keep it with you so that you can go back at it. But yeah, even on set when the song was playing, everybody was enjoying, and everybody was like, "This is a very fresh romantic song," and yeah, it is beautiful. It's getting a lot of love from people. So it's always good to be a part of something that gets a lot of love from the audiences. So yeah.
You mentioned about how you've always been fascinated with Ranbir as an actor. So I think a lot of things are being said, in terms of it's a testosterone heavy performance. It's an action filled performance. Some would say that he's not only physically being naked, he's also being emotionally naked, and the physical transformation is something which is amazing. As an actor, when you look at his performance, Ranbir's performance, how do you look at it in terms of, do you have any yardstick in terms of performances that you've admired in India, all across the world? Do you like the fact that some people are looking at it frivolously, but the fact is that he has actually burnt himself as an artist to give you that performance?
Yeah, and I think that is such a special thing to do. I mean, not everybody can do it, firstly. Not everybody is as talented, I would say. And I would want to, as I've said before, I'm a huge fan, and I would want to get there where I can, be so honest with my characters that I'm, there are no two thoughts, that when you see me on screen, you don't see Triptii at all. And I would want to be that person. And that's what I'm working towards. But I think it's such a, he's been gifted. He's such a wonderful gift that he has. He's just completely honest with everything that he does. You see him in Barfi. That scene is, plays on my mind a lot of times when he shows Ilyana his broken shoe. And so many things that he does in his films. It's just brilliant. And I think that's one thing that is beautiful. I mean,
a lot of people have great things to say about you, your journey so far. Your performances have been appreciated a lot. We see that in Animal as well. There's a certain level of vulnerability that you bring to the table. You have this ability to communicate through the eyes, in terms of maybe liquid eyes, and a lot of understated performance, जो एक ठहराव वाला जो performance होता है, जो कि आई थिंक मेच्योरिटी के साथ में आता है. ये जो सारे facets आप अपने एक्टिंग में लेकर आप आ रहे हैं, what exactly is the motivation for that? Is there any specific training that you're doing, any performances that you've been watching, or advice that you've got?
I think it's a mixture of a lot of things. Of course, experience. When I started off, I didn't know, I was not a good actor, honestly. I was scared of the camera. I was scared of people watching me, because, acting is not just about going in front of the camera and saying your lines. You have to be literally naked. Like, you have to play with your emotions, and you have to show your vulnerability. You have to show your anger. There's anything that you can be asked to show, and you have to be completely honest with it. And there are things that I have, taken from my acting classes. Like I told you, my acting coach once told me that you can't judge your characters. You have to be completely honest with them. There are many things that I've learned from Anvita Dutt, working with her on her set. That comfort is something that is very important. That when you're on a set surrounded by hundreds, hundreds of people, standing in front of the camera, it's so important for you to be comfortable. And I think that responsibility is on the crew and on the people around you. And there are people who give you, that level of comfort and that level of support, where they respect the artist, and they say that, none of this is going to matter if my actor is not comfortable, if my actor is feeling nervous, if my actor is not given time to emote or to, bring out those emotions that are required for the scene. And then there is, your personal experiences in life. When I started off, I was just a teenager. Na heartbreak dekha tha, na kuch dekha tha. So, there's a very limited understanding of life. But as in when you grow old, there's, things you learn, there's people you observe, there are actors you admire, you watch their work. Like there's this actress called Jodie Comer. I watched this Killing Eve karke, there's this series, and I watched it, and she's playing a negative character in the series. She's out and out negative, killing people. She's a psychopath. But you fall in love with her because she played it with such honesty that you were like, I was waiting for her scenes to come on screen, and I was like, I don't want to watch any other character. I want to see her. And it was, again, very internal. So when I did Kala, and when Anvita told me that, the character is more internal than external, I want to see her journey in her eyes. I observed, I did watch the show again, and I purposely watched her scenes and, tried to pick what she was doing in the scenes. So I think, yeah, it's a mixture of too many things, and it's a process. I mean, I'm not going to say that I'm perfect or that I've reached where I wanted to reach as an actor. I feel there's still a lot more for me to learn, and I will learn more as I grow older and hopefully wiser.
Amazing. All right. So, Triptii, we'll quickly end this interview with a rapid fire with you.
Oh God, I'm scared of your rapid fires. They always
No, please don't be. How will you sum up Animal in a hashtag?
Hashtag Father's Day.
Hashtag Father's Day. All right. If you have to ask a question to following people, what will you ask them? Sandeep Pengareddy, if you have to ask a question to him.
How are you so passionate about your work?
Anil Kapoor sir.
How do you look so young? Like, how do you keep yourself young and feel young all the time?
Ranbir Kapoor.
How are you so honest with your craft? That is something that every actor craves for.
If you have to ask a question to Rashmika.
Rashmika, she's, someone who's very sweet, and she's always loving. So, and it's sometimes, difficult. I struggle with that a lot, because when you're on set, there's so many things going on, and it's difficult some days to put a smile on your face. And always see her, very welcoming and smiling. So I'm sure it's not easy all the time. So how do you manage to be always positive?
Your all-time favorite film?
All-time favorite film. There are many. I would say Godfather.
All-time favorite performance, male?
Barfi, Ranbir Kapoor. Many films of him.
All-time favorite performance, female?
Female, Alia Bhatt in Gangubai, Alia Bhatt in almost all her films that she's done. She's brilliant.
Okay, if you have to define the beauty of following actresses in one word, how will you do that? Rekha ji.
Everlasting beauty.
Meena Kumari.
What's that word? It's difficult to describe their beauty in one word. There's so much you want to say about them when you talk about these actresses. I would say elegance.
Madhubala.
She's has enchanting beauty. She has.
Wahida Rehman ji.
Wahida Rehman ji. She's very poetic.
A director you'd like to work with?
I would love to work with many directors. Anurag sir, Meghna Gulzar, Anmita Dutt, again, hopefully. Yeah, these three for now.
Difference between box office success, cinema hall success compared to OTT success?
I think a success is a success. You don't define it by numbers, you define it by love. So if a film receives love, whether in the form of box office or whether in the form of, appreciation, it's just, I define it by love. So yeah.
Any advice given by Imtiaz Ali that has always stayed with you?
Again, on the sets of Laila Majnu, he told me that, this is one funny incident. There was a scene where I had to cry, and then how on a set there's too many things happening, and then there were people coming and doing up my hair and makeup, and he said, you can always say no. You can always say, give me my space. I'm in a zone, and I don't want to be interacting with anybody right now. So that is something that has, really helped me, because earlier I would not say anything to anybody, but now if I need my space, I ask for it. So that.
Okay, if anyone tells you that Animal is going to be the biggest hit of 2023, would you say yes or no?
It is, I feel, the biggest hit of 2023. Yes.
Triptii, thank you very much for talking to us, and congratulations for the huge success, and I'm sure that it's going to go from strength to strength. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.